Welcome to our broadcast tonight. We are back here at Evanston's Robert Crown Center as the Wildcats take on the Chicago Romans. This will be our 9th game of the season. We are still winless after a bit of a drubbing on Sunday night. Looks like we have most of our players here. I believe we are missing McKenna Spite and Jillian Young. Otherwise, it looks to me like everyone might be here, so that's a good sign. Chicago Romans also have a full roster here. They currently sit at 3-4 in the league standings. However, they will most likely be in our division once the tiering round is finished. Just under a minute remaining left here in warm-ups. All right, as we're about to get underway here, Evanston is in the white jerseys with blue trim and orange numbers, and Chicago Central has navy blue jerseys with orange and white trim and white numbers. It's very similar colors, but Evanston's in white tonight. We have Kleider, Koniger, and Graysick out on offense with Nord and Crow back on defense. Nord keeps that one in and sends it back in deep. Romans with the puck. They look to get it out of the zone, and Nord keeps it in. Kleider has the puck here at the center ice. She gets a shot off, but that one's broken up by the Romans defender. They bring it back behind the net, look to clear it out, and here they come. Nord chips that one, but doesn't get it out of the zone. Kleider puts the puck across the blue line, so Romans will have to reset. So they come in quick, broken up by Nord, at least closed down the angle. Shot there, saved by Brownlee. So, just under a minute into the game, and it's still scoreless. Claire dumps that puck out of the zone. We have Brown and Koski and Weber chasing it down with Conaway and Claire back on defense. Brown tries to move the puck in deep. Claire fires a shot. That one's broken up by the Romans defender. Now Weber with it in the corner. Koski breaks that one up. Koski moves the puck behind the net, taken away by Chicago. Claire races down and keeps it in. Puck just comes over the blue line, and so Chicago brings it into the Evanston zone, broken up by Claire. And that's Brown pressuring back behind the net. Chicago moves the puck all the way back in behind our net. Claire with the puck, tries to get it up to Koski. Puck comes out, they call no penalty, and so we're going to get a line change here for the Wildcats. That one's broken up by Claire. Back over to Plyder. Plyder puts it all the way in, and that's Grayson chasing right in front of the net. She's moved off the puck by one of the Romans. Now the Romans dump it out of the zone all the way down. That could be icing. Yes, it is. $10:34 to play in the first period tonight. Out on the ice right now, Graysick, Plyder, and Angel, with O'Hara and Peterson back on defense. Romans win the face-off, try to move it out. Just gets by O'Hara. Now Peterson chase. She breaks it up. Comes back to Graysick, and thought that was a whistle, but that was apparently a fan. Shot there, broken up by Angel. Chicago moves it back in. Almost moved off her stick by Peterson. Shot there, just goes off the top bar. Centering pass broken up by Graysick. Oh, sorry, that's O'Hara. Now Plyder moving into the Chicago zone with the puck, but the puck's taken off her stick by one of the Romans. They move it in deep for a line change. Now Crow and Nord back out on the ice. Weber, Koniger, and Koski. Puck comes over to Nord. Nord moves it in. Does not get the shot off as it's kicked off her stick. Centering pass. Shot by Weber. That one's broken up by the Romans. Here comes Chicago. Nord chips that one away. Here come the Romans quickly. Fires a shot and off the side post. No goal. Well, the Pipes are helping Leela tonight. Oh, they do give it to him. I thought he called it off and said no goal. So, 9:13 to play and Romans strike first. 1-0. We have Koniger, Koski, and Weber out there on offense with Claire and Conaway back on defense. Chicago wins the face-off. Sets it up back in their own zone. As they bring it in, Claire breaks that one up and looks to chip the puck up off the boards to Koniger. Koniger tries to send it to Weber. Here come the Romans, broken up by Claire and Peterson or Conaway. 8:51 to play in the first. We have Reichel, Plyder, and Conaway, as well as Claire and Graysick. Claire with the puck, gets it up to Graysick. Graysick looks to move it down the boards to Plyder. That one's going to be icing, so we'll be back in our defensive zone for the face-off. 8:36 to play. Again, we have Plyder, Reichel, and Graysick out on offense, and Claire and Conaway back on defense. Claire comes up with the puck after the face-off. She sends it around. shot there, saved by Brownlee with the rebound, still in front. She finally pulls it in. Didn't quite have it, but the refs blew the whistle and stroke of good luck there for us. Chicago wins the face-off. Centering pass, broken up by Claire. Now Claire backhands up to Graysick. Graysick trying to get the puck out of there. Claire breaks that one up again. Now Graysick and Pleiter move the puck down. Graysick gets a shot off that was kind of broken up by the Chicago Romans player. Now here come the Romans. Conaway loses an edge there, and 2-on-1. Shot just goes over the top of the net. Pleiter working on the near boards with Claire. Puck comes out to center. Now Weber with it. She chips it up to Pleiter. Off the boards, and Pleiter moves the puck into the Chicago zone. Brown keeps that one in. It just gets by O'Hare, and now Peterson chases it. Centering pass there, connected. That one's stopped by O'Hara. Shin pad. Puck still loose. Down behind, I can't see who that is. Oh, that's Peterson, excuse me. And the Romans back into the Evanston zone. Shot! That one goes up over the top of the net. 6:45 to play here in the first. Evanston gets that one out of the zone. Koski trying to take it off of the Romans player's stick. Shot there goes wide. O'Hara and Weber working for it, but Romans come up with it, move in front of the Evanston net. Shot! And that one's deflected by Brownlee. Koski chips that one over. Brown moves it out. Chicago skating all around everybody, but then lost an edge, and O'Hara chips that one up to Angel. Nord and Crow back out on the ice on defense for the Wildcats. Pleiter, Weber, and Angel on offense for the Wildcats. Drop pass there. Broken up by Nord. Nord has the puck. She moves it down. She skates it around. Centering pass. Nobody was there to help her. Romans reset. Look to bring it down. They drop it in. Shot! That one's deflected by Brownlee. Good save, Brownlee. Now Nord working for it behind the net. Crow comes in to help. Pass. Oh, one-timer missed. 5 minutes to play here in the first period. Graysick pressuring here near the near boards. Nord comes up with it. Could not get around her teammate. And now Crow has it, and she sends it out of the zone. Puck comes back to Nord. Nord chips it up to Pleiter. Now Angel with it. Angel sends it over to Graysick. Graysick to Pleiter, just out of Pleiter's reach. As they knock it back out. That one comes off a Conaway stick, and Claire clears it out of the zone. 4:16 to play in the first. Pleiter, great job keeping that one in the zone. Looking for some help. Centers it over to Claire. Claire shots! Saved by the Chicago goalie. Now Conaway chases it down. She has it, gets it back out of the zone. Gotta be careful there. Wildcats making a change with the puck in front of their bench. 3:44 to play. Conaway with it, up to Claire. Claire passes it, hard pass, but broken up by Romans. The Romans chip it back. Claire moves it over around the boards. Koniger chasing it. Now Koski has it on her stick. Look to move it out of the zone, but intercepted by the Romans. It's Weber. Good pressure there. And after that shot deflected off the Romans, Claire found it on her stick, found the puck on her stick, and takes it deep into the Roman zone. As they chip it up, Koski tries to hold the line, but puck just bounces over her stick. Now, as the Romans bring it back, Koski here on the near side as they move it in. That one's stolen by Graysick for just a brief seconds, but Romans recovered. Shot there, deflected by Conaway. Shot just over Brownlee's right shoulder and into the back of the net at the 2:36 mark in the first period. Out on the ice right now, we have Weber, Kleider, and Graysick, backed up by O'Hara and Peterson. Graysick dumps the puck in deep to the Chicago zone as they look to move it around the boards. Conaway is there. Or sorry, that's Weber. Sorry, excuse me, that's Brown. I don't know why I keep getting those confused. Apologies for that. Puck loose on the far side. Finally, Kleider comes up with it. Centers, but nobody's there. 2 minutes to play here in the first period. Broken up there by Kleider. Chicago moves it out, but Weber comes up with the puck, and they struggle to get it in bounds, but O'Hara comes in, and she's just offsides. 1:37 to play in the first. Koniger, Koski, and Weber out on the ice on offense for the Wildcats, with Peterson and O'Hara back on defense. Good pass there by the Romans, and he was able to make the save on that shot. $1:27 to play here in the first. Romans win another face-off. That shot doesn't make it through any of the traffic, and as Peterson tries to get it out, Romans keep it in and move it back behind the net, but Koski chases it down and chips it up to look like Koniger, but Koniger wasn't quite ready for it. Romans move it back out of their own zone. Aaron Peterson back, shot there. I'm sorry, that was a pass and just out of reach of the Romans player. Romans come right in front of the net. Short shot there, saved by Brownlee. Rebound still loose. That shot goes wide and off the boards. Romans set up again. Let's move the puck into the corner in the near side here. Romans fire a shot again. They look like they were looking for a deflection. They move a centering pass. From point-blank range, they put it right to the left side of Brownlee and into the back of the net. That makes it 3-0. It's pretty hard for any goalie to stop the shot when it's that close. We have Nordenkrow back out on defense, with Graysick, Kleider, and Reichel now out on offense. 12.8 seconds left. Puck comes back to Nord. Nord chips it up to Kleider. Kleider moves it over to Graysick. 6 seconds left. She gets the shot off. Goes just wide of the net after being deflected. And that'll bring us to the close of this first period. Wildcats definitely having a bit of an issue on the back check and pressure in the defensive zone tonight. Well, after the first period, the score is 3-0. Wildcats have definitely had some scoring chances, just have not really been able to work it through the Romans' defense very well. Hopefully Coach Brownlee got these girls fired up, and one goal can change the momentum of the game, so we can strike quickly here. Could definitely turn the tides. We have Koniger, Graysick, and Kleider out on the ice on offense, with Nord and Crow back on defense. Evanston wins the draw. Puck mishandled there a little bit by Nord, and Crow helps her out. And finally, Graysick brings it down into the Chicago zone. She's got Crow behind her. Crow fires a shot. That one doesn't make it quite through all of players, and now she shoots again. Just deflected off of one of the Romans. Graysick out to Kleider. She still has the puck over there. Now Graysick with the puck. Centering pass to Koniger. Back over to Nord. Nord fires a shot, and that's a glove save by the Romans goalie. 12:16 to play in the first. Line change for the Wildcats. Koski, Weber, and Brown on offense. Conaway and Clare on defense. Romans win the face-off. They try to clear it. Conaway just bounces over Conaway's stick. Claire's there to chase it down. She runs it around the boards. Now Koski brings the puck over the red line, over to Weber. Weber brings it in. And now we're going to get a tripping penalty. Just what the Wildcats need here to get themselves back in this. Weber was tripped here on the near side as she was bringing the puck in. And the Romans will have someone sitting in the box for the next 2 minutes. 11:52 to go here in the second period. We have Kleider, Graysick, Clare, Conaway, and Koski out on offense. Romans have the puck on this power play for the Wildcats and moving it down nicely. Centering pass with a deflection. That one doesn't make it to the net. 11:33 to go. 1:40 on the power play left. Roman's just chewing up the clock. Our pressure here is certainly doesn't look like we're on the power play. Centering pass there. Shot. That one's soaked up by Brownlee. 1:17 to go on the power play. 11:08 in the second period. And Wildcats struggling to get some offensive action with the one-man advantage. They win the face-off. Claire with the puck. Taken away from her by one of the Romans, who sends it back. Centering pass. As they move the puck behind, Conaway dumps it off the boards. Over to Graysick. And Chicago still has control of it and puts it back in deep. 49 seconds left on the power play. Shot, that one goes wide. Just over 30 seconds left on this power play. Wildcats can't get it out of their own zone. Finally, Pleiter comes up with it. 20 seconds left on the power play. She brings it in. Toe drag there. It's a crowding around the puck. Brown comes up with it. She sends it back to Pleiter. Pleiter chips it around the boards. Kroeniger on the ice as well. Shot there. Doesn't make it past the Romans defenders. Peterson and O'Hara back on defense. Brown pressuring on the far side. Peterson keeps it in. O'Hara on the near side here. She tries to break that one up. Peterson chips it out wide. Now O'Hara with the puck. She looks to bring it into the offensive zone. And that's offsides. Maybe Kroeniger and Weber both offsides there. That can happen when the person bringing the puck kind of moves sideways in anticipation. You go in thinking she's going. She turns left and takes an extra second. So Weber taking the face off with Brown and Kroeniger on wing. Peterson sends a shot down, but doesn't make it past the Romans defenders. Here come the Romans again. Centering pass there. Ooh, that was close. Just out of reach of the Romans player. 8:52 to go in the second period. Puck comes out of the Chicago zone, but they recover and send it right back in. But Peterson's there to stop it. Drop pass there. Peterson sends it over. It's taken away by the Romans, and Peterson uses a poke check and sends it in deep, but confusion there while the Wildcats are making a line change. They couldn't get on sides. Shot there broken up by Conaway. Centering pass. Backhand shot. That one goes wide. Chicago controlling the puck. They dump it back. Front of the net, puck's loose. O'Hara tried to send that one out, but didn't have enough mustard on it. Now Angel with it, and finally chipped up by Weber. Does get it out of the zone. Angel wisely waiting until her team can get on sides before she sends that one in. 7:17 to play. Now Grayson with it. She sends it deep at the net and deflected by the Romans goalie. Romans send it all the way in, and that'll be icing. 6:54 to play here in the second. Some line change updates here. We have Nord and Crow back on defense. Pleiter, Grayson, and looks like Reichel, Koniger. Sorry, no, it's Weber. Weber, Koniger, and Pleiter out on offense. Nord gets the puck, tries to feather a pass up to Pleiter, but just a little too hot. That's not going to be ice. Nord picks the puck up behind her own net. She looks to come out of there with a full set of steam. Move there. Just out of reach of Koniger. And a shot there, right into the back of the Evanston net. 6:19 to play, and that was more of a positioning issue for the Wildcats, just caught out of position. What I mean by that is when a defender races up with the puck, one of the offensive players needs to drop back and hold the defensive position, since she's now acting as an offensive player. So here come the Romans. Centering pass there, one-timer, and that's in the back of the net again. 2 quick goals here by the Chicago Romans to make it 5-0. Line change for the Wildcats. We have Weber, Koski, and Koniger still out on offense, with Conaway and Claire back on defense. Koniger she does finally steal that one. Moves it up to Weber. And taken away by the Romans. 5:50 to play. The Romans come in, fires a hard shot, and saved by Brownlee. 5:41 to go. 5-0 in favor of the Romans. Now we have Reichel, Grayson, and Pleiter out on the ice for the Wildcats. Wildcats win the face-off and move it back behind the net. Claire picks it up. As she looks to skate it out and chip it over the boards. She's moving pretty quick if she can keep it going. She does, gets it all the way through. Back drop pass to Pleiter. But the Romans were there to intercept. And this is going to be a slashing call here on Claire. So the Wildcats are going to go on the penalty kill. I like the aggressive play. Sometimes that just happens. We have O'Hara and Peterson, Pleiter and Grayson out on the ice right now for the Wildcats for this penalty kill with 5 minutes and 8 seconds left in the second period. Wildcats win the face-off. O'Hara with the puck. She tries to clear it. She does get it out. Now Grayson brings it in. Move there, and that one's a bouncing puck. Sometimes those can hop into the net, but the Romans recover and bring it right back into the Evanston zone. As they move towards the net, hard shot there, saved by Brownlee. 1:33 left on the penalty kill for the Wildcats. 4:41 left in the second period. Fighter wins another face-off, but Chicago comes up with it. They move it in towards the net. Pass down to the red line, give and go. Shot there, saved by Brownlee. Romans work it again. They run it behind the net. Pass out to the wing. Hard shot there, just as wide of the net. Another shot. Like maybe Peterson got her stick on that one to deflect it wide. 1 minute left on this penalty kill. Puck loose in front of the net. Romans bring it back out to the blue line. Shot there. That one's just off of Graysick. Back to the point. Centering pass. The Romans unable to connect, and Conaway sends that one deep. Weber now out on the ice in place of Graysick. Looks like she was the only one who was able to get a line change in there. 18 seconds left on the penalty kill. Ooh, dangerous pass, but Chicago keeps it in, fires a shot. That one goes wide. 7 seconds left on the penalty kill. Chicago moves it around. Koniger coming out on the ice as the penalty kill is over. And Wildcats, excellent job of killing off that 2-minute stretch of the one-man disadvantage. Right in front of the net, puck still loose, knocked out of there by Kleider. Puck's still loose. Koniger gets her stick in there, and finally O'Hara comes up with it. She centers it, but that's intercepted by the Romans as they move it towards the front of the net, and that one goes in the back of the net to make this game 6-0. Ooh. 2:32 to play in the second period, and Wildcats down 6-0. We have Weber, Koski, and Koniger out on offense. Nord and Crow back on defense. Romans control the puck into the Evanston zone. Nord loses an edge as she went for the puck. Centering pass, that one's loose in front of the net right now. Koniger moves it up to Weber. Weber gets it into the Chicago Romans zone and still provides a little pressure as it's recovered, and Koniger keeps that one in. Romans cleared out. Crow back up to Weber. 1:53 to go. Crow with a good breakup of that one. Now, Koniger unable to get her stick on the puck there, but does get it into the Roman zone. 1:30 to play. Send it out, and Chicago slowly moving it into the Evans zone. Centering pass. That shot was deflected by Nord, and Brownlee wraps that up. 1:13 to play here in the second period. Line change here for the Wildcats. We have Conaway and Clare, Kleider, Graysick, and Angel. Centering pass there. Shot. That one goes into the back of the net to make it 7-0. Romans had several chances at that one. Fighter wins another face-off. She's had several of those. She's won most of her face-offs tonight. As Claire tries to send that one in, it's deflected off of one of the Romans. She moves with the puck. She's got it, centering. Nobody's there. Here come the Romans again. A nifty drag, but that one's broken up by Conaway. Claire sends that one down, but it's the puck. 30 seconds left here in the first period. Angel keeps it in. Deflects it again. Now Fighter and Gracie Claire work to keep that into the Evanston zone. Here come the Romans. Shot there. Save. Sorry, they're not a save. That was in the back of the net. 8-0. And this second period's about to come to a close with only 2 seconds left on the clock. That'll bring us to a close here. That was a quick 2 seconds. Maybe a little bit of a mercy rule. Well, as we start this third period, Evanston having a tough go again tonight. There'll be a running clock. Barring any penalties, they will keep that clock moving the whole period. We're about to get this third period underway. We have Brown, Weber, Koniger out on the offensive line with O'Hara and Peterson back on defense. Weber wins the faceoff, but the Romans manage to control the puck. They dump it in deep. As Brown tries to clear that one. Now O'Hare with the puck. She tries to send it up to Claire, but Claire skated the other direction. Shot there, saved by Brownlee. Looks like maybe we got Crow and Claire back on defense, and Fighter, Angel, and Nord out on offense. As Nord tried to make a run there, she got the puck tangled up at the last second. 11:44 to go. Crow pressuring on the far side now. Nord tries to move that one out. Now Nord has the puck again. She fires a shot, and that one just goes wide. Chicago sends it back. Quick shot there, saved by Brownlee. "11 minutes to go. Offensive line change. We have Reichel, Conaway, and Reichel, Kleider, and Graysick out there. Backed up by Conaway and O'Hara. Reichel breaking that one up and Kleider keeping it in. Now the puck comes back to Conaway. Conaway sends it over to O'Hara. O'Hara up to Graysick. 10:22 to go. As the Romans look and bring it in quickly to the Evanston zone. Pass there. Shot goes wide. Now Kleider that's Graysick clears it out of the zone. Now bouncing puck just over Reichel's stick. Back pass to... Now Reichel does get it out of the zone. The Romans come back in. Toe drag there. Centering pass. Broken up by O'Hara. Hard shot. And that one's saved by Brownlee. 9:40 to go. Weber, Brown, and Koniger out on the ice right now on offense with Claire and Peterson on defense. Chicago wins the face-off. They send it towards the net, but Claire breaks that up. Koniger chasing. But Chicago moves the puck behind the Evanston net. Claire handling it right now. She moves it towards center. Evanston fighting their own players for the puck. And that's a quick shot and into the back of the net. That'll make it 9-0. Crow and O'Hara out on defense. Koski, Norden, Angel out on offense. Chip pass up. Now Nord with the puck. Centering pass. That one's off of the Roman skate. As they move it back around, Koski has it. She centers a pass just off the side of the net. Let the Romans recover and bring it back down into the Evanston zone. That shot goes wide. O'Hara with the puck. She moves it up to Angel. Kept in by the Romans. Now it comes out of the zone, so the Romans will have to reset. Now Nord with another steal. She brings it in, pressured. She tries to center it, but couldn't get anything on it. 7 minutes to play here in the third and final period. Romans back in. Broken up by O'Hara. That's Conaway. That was O'Hara. Conaway is our other defender out there. Centering pass by the Romans. Graysick with it. She chips it up. Basic moves it all the way in deep. 6.5 minutes left to play. Long pass there. Goes down for icing. And we'll get an offensive zone face-off. Another face-off win, back over to Conaway. Conaway sends it back down to Graysick, but just out of her reach. 6 minutes to play. Romans clear the zone. Peterson over to Conaway. Conaway up to Kleider. Kleider skates in. She's got Reichel and Graysick out there with her. Kleider moves towards the net. Toe drag, and Chicago knocks it off her stick. The Romans come back in. Centering pass. Shot there. Saved by Brownlee. Rebounded out to Kleider. Chicago steals it back. 5 minutes to go. Conaway tries to clear it out. Shot there. Deflected by Conaway and up over the top of the goal and out of play. Line change here for the Wildcats. Crow and Claire on defense with Koniger, Weber, and Brown out on offense. Chicago comes up with the puck after the face-off. They have some quick skaters on the Romans team. 4.5 minutes to play. Centering pass. Claire stops it, and puck comes back over to Crow. Crow clears it up gets it up to Koniger, and the Romans brought it back in, but they were offside, so we will get a face-off right outside our defensive zone. Weber wins the face-off. Claire has it. She tries to send it up to Koniger. It's just out of the reach of her stick. Koniger, good play there, knocks it off the Chicago Romans' control and breaks up the play. As they work for it, puck comes out. Claire chips it out of the zone. There's the 3.5 minutes to go. Crow with the puck. She tries to get it up to the blue line, but intercepted by one of the Romans. Crow tries to get it out of the zone again and kept in by the Romans. Pass to the point. Shot. And that one hits Weber, and now the puck finally does come out. Koniger with it. She gets it into the offensive zone. Leela Brownlee stops it, and Claire with some nifty handling skills there. She looks to bring it down. 2.5 minutes to play. Toe drag there, shot. That one just goes up. She still has it. She tries to wrap around shot, and out on the ice right now. Line change for the Wildcats. We have Nord, Koski, Graysick, backed up by O'Hare. Sorry, that's Nord, Koski, and Angel, backed up by O'Hare and Peterson. 1 minute and 50 seconds left to play. Peterson with the puck, up to Angel. Puck's cleared out of there by Peterson. Now Angel with the puck. She sends it up to Pleiter. Puck comes over to Nord. Sorry, that's Koski, not Pleiter. And the Romans, hard shot there into the back of the net. We'll make it 10-0 with a minute left to play. Folks, I'm not sure I can put another goal up on the scoreboard. Too painful. Jason, Pleiter, and Reichel out on offense. Crow and Conway back on defense. Puck sails deep into the Roman zone. Conway keeps that one in. Just over 30 seconds left. Pleiter still fighting hard, even though it's a 10-0 game. I'd like to see that. Shot saved by Brownlee. That'll bring us to the end here of lopsided affair. No, we're most likely going to see this team again. Hopefully the second time goes a little bit better. Good. Well, we have our next game is on Sunday where we play Barrington, out at Barrington. Start time, puck drop is at 7 o'clock. I'll be there live streaming for you, so tune in and we'll see you then. Have a great week.